I've got all my jars in there, getting hot. Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to make some plum jam. I love plums, absolutely love them. And I thought, you know what, I've never made plum jam. I think I will. My daughter loves plums too, so I'm doing this thing. Let's get on it. I cleaned them all and I'm ready to go, so this is what I'm going to do over the plate here. I'll take the stone out of them like that. And I think I'm just going to leave the skin on them, to tell you the truth. I'll pulverize them and go from there. I think I like to leave it on there. I like the color, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Get these stones out. Okay. Cut them in quarters. Yep. Okay. Shouldn't take me too long to get this done. Woo. There we go. I guess I'm forgetting to cut some of them in half. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing, which is normal for me. I usually just wing it when I cook, so you guys will have to forgive me. I'm really comfortable with doing that. A lot of people aren't. A lot of people have to follow recipes and stuff, and I usually don't, to tell you the truth. So, but I guess for your sake, I'll do it. Oh, brother. This stone just kind of fell apart in there. I'm going to get it out. It's super juicy, this one is. Okay. Some of them come out pretty easy and some of them don't. So, anyway. Alright. Basically just cutting them in quarters, getting the stone out of them. Throwing them in the pot. So, get on my book there. Alright. I might cut them up just a little bit more after I get done doing this part. We'll see. And make sure you fill both parts, because sometimes the stone separates. You might have another part of the stone in the side that you don't think you have any on. So just make sure you check. Make sure it's smooth there. I had 16 of these, and they're pretty good sized plums, so I think it'll be a pretty jam when I get done. I am going to stick a cinnamon stick in it, just so you know. I just want a little bit of cinnamon flavor. I don't want to go crazy with it. So that's the plan anyway. Okay. Almost done. Getting close. one left after this one. this one's really super sweet. Boy, is it pretty. The color of it is gorgeous on the inside. Here we go. All right, we're almost done here. There we go. All right, done. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay guys, I just wanted to let you know really fast. It said to crush them. So what I'm gonna do is just go through and cut them up smaller. It said do not take off the skin, so I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm gonna cut these up in smaller little pieces so it'll be easier to crush them. And then when I get done with that, I'm going to add, I think it said a half cup of water. Half cup or a whole cup? Let me see. I'm doing Mrs. Wages, guys. Half cup of water and cover and allow to simmer 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to dice them up like this in smaller pieces. And when I get done with that, I'll put the half cup of water in there and we will start this magic. See how this show goes. Okay guys, I cut them all up. Looks like I missed one there, but that's okay. It says you need 4 cups. I have probably 8. I'm going to put that in there like that. Read my directions and see what we need to do next. I'm going to put a little bit of lemon juice in there. Alright guys, I have cut all these up into small pieces. It says to mush them up. So I am going to do that. And then I'm going to measure out how much it is because you need 6 cups per recipe and they really don't want you to double the recipe. They're afraid that it won't work out. So I am going to keep going, cook this down, and after I get them cooked down, then I'll go ahead and measure them out and I'll let you know where we're at. Okay, I got my jars in the oven and they are done. I'm going to turn them off. Keep them in there and keep the door shut so they stay hot. My water is starting to boil here. I'm just using my pressure cooker. I don't know if you can see that, but just using my pressure cooker, I'll water bath them in there. So I'm going to continue on and we'll come back when these are cooked down a little bit. That way I won't be wasting all your time while you're staring at a pot of food just cooked down. Oh, here I go. I'm already starting to make a mess. What else is new, right? All right, we'll be back in a little bit. I stopped cooking it down enough to divide it, and I got 6 cups of each. So what I'm going to do is make 1 batch of jam, or jam, and then I'm going to make a plum compote for like ice cream or over like angel food cake or something like that, or you can put it on pancakes or waffles or whatever. Anyway, so that's what I am going to do. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep mushing this up, trying to break it up a little bit more as it's cooking. When I get a little bit closer to it being soft, like I want it, then I'll go ahead and put all the stuff in there. But so far, it's looking pretty good. I like the color of it already. I did put a little lemon juice in there because they'll start browning on you if you don't. So I did put a little lemon juice in there. I'm going to measure my sugar out while this is kind of softening up a little bit. And you're supposed to put a half cup of water in there, so I'm going to do that right now. Here we go. We'll let that just kind of cook down just a little bit really slow, and then we'll come back in a little bit here. All right, guys, I'm going to put 1 cinnamon stick in there. Just throw 1 in there just for a little bit of added flavor while it's cooking. And I also measured out my 8 cups of sugar. This takes 8 cups. So, wow, right? It's a lot of sugar. King should be happy. He's a sugar fiend around here. Golly. All right, I'm gonna let that cook a little bit longer. And actually, because I'm doing that, I'm gonna add another half cup of water. Just because I am cooking it down quite a bit. It'll cook off. So going to take this recipe nice and slow because I want it to be good. I want it to have some really good flavor. And I'll pull that cinnamon stick out before I process all this. So, but I'll get the most out of this that I can get. Might get an immersion blender in here. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see. There you go. Kind of see a little bit. Hopefully that cinnamon stick will just give it a little bit of flavor. I don't want to be crazy cinnamony, but I think that'll be just fine. When I start smelling it, that's when I know I'm done with the cinnamon stick. All right, guys, here's my cinnamon stick. I'm taking it out. I'll set it over here for a minute. And I'm actually going to take my immersion blender and try to blend this up a little bit. I'll have to turn it on the side a little bit, I think. I don't want all those big chunks in it, and I don't know if they're gonna cook down or not, but I don't want them all in there, so this is how I remedy that situation. Break them down a little bit faster. To tell you the truth, I think that's probably good. And I do. All right, back on the hot it goes. Okay. It'll probably start coming to a rolling boil pretty soon. I'm going to go ahead and throw my pectin in there. My hands are already stained, if you can see that. Look, gross. Yuck. But that's okay because I've got mulberries to do. I've got mulberries to do too, so it looks like it's no big deal because it's just going to get that way anyway. Okay. All right. Here we go. We'll see when we can get to a rolling boil with the pectin in it, and then after that happens, we will put our jam, or I mean our sugar in it. All right, guys, I had to change sides because I couldn't get my thing over here to hold my phone. It kept getting real loose. So, okay. It's boiling pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that sugar in, I think. See, it's pretty good. Still boiling. Okay, I got the sugar in and I am stirring up the mix. Gonna do this one-handed, I guess, because my tripod, there's no good place to put it. And there's really no good place to put the other thing I was using either, so I'll get this kind of stirred in a little bit and then I'll go ahead and try my best to get that tripod working, since I'll have a few seconds. Make sure it's not stuck on the bottom anywhere, any sugar solid anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna work on getting this on there real fast and then we'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. My front burner does not work, so I need to get a new stove. Obviously, I have just worked this one to death, so it's time, that's for sure. All right, I'm just gonna keep stirring on this and stirring on this until it starts doing a rapid boil that you cannot stir down, and then I will let it do the rolling boil for 1 full minute, and then we will put it into jars. So I'm actually going to get my jars out here in a minute and get them ready. Alright guys, this stuff's already getting thick. It's already really nice. Unbelievable. If I stopped now, it'd be perfect for the syrup that I wanted to do, like the compote, but I'm going to continue on till it comes to a rolling boil. But boy, it's nice right now, that's for sure. Oh, I love it. Love it. And it smells so good. I also decided to wait on the jars until this is done. I'll then move it to the front burner, and then I'll get the jars out because we have the air conditioner going on in here, and I'm afraid if I do that, it'll cool the jars off too fast, and then it'll burst my jars when I pour this stuff in them. So I just want to make sure that I get this stuff on the shelf. Don't want any accidents. I did taste it, and it is so good. It is so, so good. Unbelievable. I love it. I'm glad I did this. Absolutely. You get a chance to do this. I don't know. If you've never eaten a plum that is nice and ripe and sweet, it's like candy. It's like crazy good. Anyway, this should be coming up to a rolling boil any minute. Okay guys, it's at a rolling boil. Just started, but I cannot stir down, so I'm gonna let this go for about a minute, and then I'll take it off the heat. Then we will get it into some jars, and I absolutely cannot wait. It smells so good in this house. It's crazy. As soon as Kane walks through the door tonight, he'll be like, "Hey, what'd you make?" He'll think I made a cake or something. I know, he'll think I made something just, you know, fabulous, which I did. This is fabulous. But he's not gonna get any tonight. So, too bad for him. But anyway, if I have any left over that doesn't get like if there's not enough to go in a jar, then of course he can taste that. But other than that, he's gonna be out of luck, I'm afraid. So, anyway. It stinks. He's always coming home and saying, "Something smells really good. Oh my gosh, what is it?" And I'll be like, "It's already canned." I feel bad he never gets to taste it because he's always working. But that's life. He does his work, I do mine. And I got a lot to do. I've got all this meat still in the freezer to do. I got the vidalias I have to get done today and the other batch of the stuff. And then after that, tonight, when I get done canning, I got to go upstairs and work on the computer and take care of stuff for the store. So I am a busy girl. All right. Okay, I am going to get those jars out and get this into them. And as soon as I get them out and set them on the counter, then I'll come back to you guys. Okay? All right. I'm going to get them into the jars. I already dropped the camera about 50 times just trying to get this set up. You want to stir this up a little bit so you just don't get all the goodies. You know, do it that way. I think I've mentioned that before. But you want this to be 1/4 inch headspace. Okay. It's about 1 cup, I should know, right? You'd think. I'll clean all the rims off when I get done with this game, because it's just too much otherwise. Okay. I'm going to finish these off. 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, a little bit more, and then this last one. Looks like I have a little bit more that I can do, so that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and set that in there, and I'm going to get my other jars out now because this stuff will start cooling too fast. So, hang on a second. I don't think I'll need two, but we'll try this. Do one at a time. Maybe I can get two, actually. Looks like it. Yeah, I can, for sure. Okay. I don't know if you can tell, bubbles are coming up out of the jars, but they're coming out of the jars a little bit there. But anyway, it's beginning to get to be a rolling boil, but not quite yet. After it gets there, then we'll let it go for 15 minutes, and then I'll pull these jars out.